this week, Kane and Ice, with a special guest all the way from Chicago, Illinois, our frat brother, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Glass from Get With It Sports. How are you, brother?
What's up? What's up, frat? Hey, everybody out there, we got a great show tonight. I thought we was gonna have a little lull up in here because the Super Bowl was over with, but the NBA boys just up and cracking. Hey. But anyway, I'm your boy Glass from Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports the way you want it. You can find me at Get With It Sports, Facebook at Get With It Sports, GetWithItSports.wordpress.com for my blog page. And if you got to contact me, email me at GetWithItSports2, that's number 2, at gmail.com. Let's go.
All right. And where can we find you on Twitter?
At Get With It Sports.
All right. So make sure you check that out. Every day, all right, not once a week, every single day. And Glass, we got to give you props because you got the Super Bowl pick right. You know, for a while it looked like we were going to be right.
I know, right?
And then things fell apart. So let's take it all the way to Florida with my man Kane. You see in the background with the Miami stuff going on there. So. All right, man. So how things going down in the Sunshine State?
Well, no sunshine today. It rained all day, but other than that, every once in a while we get a little blue cloud, but you know, it's still good. We all good down here. Man.
All right. Well, I'm in Charlotte, CIAA week. So tomorrow,
bar your windows.
No, tomorrow's Black Friday. If you've never been to CIAA, just look it up. You'll understand why Black Friday is in February, at least in Charlotte. But real quick, got to remind everybody, hey, check out fanupnetwork.com. Download the app in your app store. Just search FANUP, FANUP, or go to the website, and it'll take you right to the place. Kane and Glass can both contest to how useful it is. But all right, so let's get to it, right? Of course, NBA trade deadline. Glass, I think your boys in Chi-Town made a trade with OKC. So why don't you break that trade down for us? Tell us your thoughts.
Okay, number one, out of all the people that was getting traded, don't get me wrong, nothing against Jimmy Butler, but I love me some Taj Gibson. That was our workhorse. That was the heart of the team. We get rid of Taj Gibson, Doug Dermott, a second-round pick for garbage. Come on. Mr. Dance Fever himself, Cameron Payne, Joffrey Laverne, and Anthony Morrow. Come on, man. Then what gets me, a few years back, we gave up 2 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks for Doug McDermott. And then a few years later, we're going to get rid of him for some scraps. Yeah, Bulls got to do a whole lot better than what they're doing now.
Yeah, I don't really understand why the Bulls made the trade. And also, I'm concerned that Westbrook won't have somebody to do his handshake with. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I was looking at the trade. I don't know. Are the Bulls trying to clean house for some reason? I think they've come to the realization that they're a middle-of-the-pack team in the Eastern Conference. But with that said, you get rid of like you said, Taj Gibson was really the blue-collar guy of that team. He to me, he's the glue of that team. So when you get rid of him, and McDermott's been in the league for a couple of years now, 2-3 years now, and he's kind of he is what he is right now. But when you give him away and don't get anything back, it looks like they're starting to clean house. So if they're going to do that, who's next? They probably should have moved on Butler if they were going to do that and just clean house, because Butler's going to hit the cap pretty hard for him. Dwayne Wade doesn't have to stay. He was smart enough to do that year-to-year thing that everybody's doing now. So. The Bulls are going to clean house. Looks like they're just about to start over, which, is probably necessary considering where they're at in the East.
But they're getting rid of people who weren't the problem. The problem is when
exactly.
Rondo and you got Wade, which in 2008, that would have been a great backcourt. In 2016, not so much. If you want to hit a 3-point shot, those are 2 guys to go get, okay?
But see, they lied to us. Gar Forman said we're going to go young and athletic. So you go get Rondo and Wade. Where's the young and athletic up in there? That's why I'm lost. So it was a dumpster fire at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
Especially in a league.
I think the Bulls are a little too old.
Yeah.
So they need to get a little bit young. So maybe that's what they're trying to do here. But they're not going about it the right way, if you ask me. I mean, you got rid of two people who were pretty much the glue of the team, who probably had a few. I mean, McDermott's pretty young. Taj Gibson's got a few miles on him, but he's still a serviceable player. I mean, if you're going to clean house, let's get rid of these old guards that you got, and start over from there. But, I don't know what the Bulls are trying to accomplish with this trade they pulled off today.
All right. And you, in a league that emphasizes three-point shooting, you got like the two worst three-point shooting guards, of the last 10 years. They put them in the same backcourt.
Hey, man, can we change the subject, man? I'm feeling kind of bad right about now, y'all.
let's get to, obviously, the major news. Boogie Cousins, right? Big trade, all-star game, going down to form Twin Towers in New Orleans. Glass, I know you wrote about this. Why don't you fill the people in on your thoughts?
All right. This came out of nowhere. It was a Sunday night. I'm sure it wasn't even nowhere in anybody's memory or mind that this was going to happen. But anyway, of course, Boogie. And did you see the way Boogie found out after the All-Star game?
Yeah. I love the city of New Orleans.
Right? He's going to sit there and say, you know what? I mean, the guy that was running things like, we're going to just talk about the All-Star game. We're just going to talk about the All-Star game. Boogie said, what else is there to talk about?
Right.
Agent. Oh, really? Like he said,
the food here is
right. I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
Hey, but honestly, that to me, I don't know how New Orleans did it, but they fleeced Sacramento. But then that's not hard because Sacramento has to be one of the most dysfunctional teams.
I think
Sacramento, they fleeced
3
themselves.
cases of cigarettes. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, you can get a crackhead to say your VCR cheaper than what they dealt Biggie for, man. I'm like, yeah,
right, you know what I'm saying? And then he gonna sit there and say, I had a bet offer 2 days ago.
Okay.
Who says that, man?
That's where he messed up because that's where he messed up was, all right, if you're going to make that trade, you either make it like when you get those good offers early when teams try to jump in, or you wait till the trade deadline, right? Like, because of the guy you have, it's not like there are a lot of them out there. It's not like you're trying to trade Wade or somebody, who's past their prime. So you wait to that last moment to get as much as possible. And they made the trade during the worst time. Like, there's a reason no other trades were made that weekend. You know what I mean? Because nobody else wants to do a trade then.
Right.
But it's Sacramento, so it's not shocking, right?
But I mean, the Kings are pretty much kind of like the Cleveland Browns of the NBA, man. I mean, they just keep making bad trade after bad trade.
Well, at least the Browns have a plan now.
No, they don't.
Do
the
they?
Browns still don't have.
Do they?
No, they don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you got a new coach and hope. You don't have a plan yet. Okay, that's all there is to it.
Sacramento has 8 shooting guards on the team. Literally, look at their squad now. Everybody is a shooting guard.
Exactly.
They should have traded with Philadelphia and got some front court help because Philadelphia's got the other problem. They got 50 centers and power forwards and no guards. So they should have swapped with those two. But there was a trade with Philadelphia too today.
But see, when Vlade do something like that, he's supposed to be fired. But of course, they probably giving him bonus for saying what he said.
But I heard it wasn't Vlade who wanted to do the trade. They said it was the owner that wanted to push the trade. Vlade didn't want to do the trade. He was going to move it with somebody else. But he was pressured. He was pressured by the owner to go ahead and trade Boogie and get nothing for him. So I don't know. I think the owner just got fed up with Boogie.
Well, see, I read, I guess that the owner was really high on Boogie, and then all of a sudden, basically management had been telling him for years, we need to trade this guy. And so he finally said, okay, let's make the trade. And I read they went ahead and made the trade now because they were scared he would change his mind before the trade deadline. They didn't want to wait. Okay, we'll just take whatever. Let's just get him out of here. I don't know. But you're right about you make a great point about Philly. Because you already had Embiid, Noel, and Okafor. You've been trying to trade Okafor forever.
Yeah, nobody wants Okafor.
Thiago Splitter, and they make another trade for Bogut.
Yeah, that's what I said. Why are you bringing in more big men? I was like, what the
I
world
think
are
they're
you
trying
doing?
to get as many international centers as possible. I think that's the only thing I can think of.
Trust the process. Trust the process. That's what you're supposed to do. Man,
Well,
yeah, I saw that. And I was like,
that's
why are
easy
you
to
bringing in
say.
Bogut? First of all, is he going to help you win in the future? No. I mean, Noel, you got Embiid is going to be your center for the future. You're hoping Ben Simmons is going to come off that injury and probably be your power forward. I mean, are you counting on him to come off the bench? I mean, he's not going to help you win right now, especially. So why are you trading for him now when you're no threat to win right now? I mean, you're filling an expensive hole there. I mean, he's not cheap. He got a big cap number on him, Bogut does. So he's not really cheap. So I don't understand why Philadelphia is bringing him in, other than the reason to get rid of Noel, who wasn't playing that well anyway because he's been hurt so much.
But he was so cheap. You know what I mean? Like, you could have kept
He's
Noel.
not cheaper than Bogut.
Yeah, I think you could have kept Noel, younger, cheaper.
Yep.
He's more of a glue guy, has more value around the league because of a good contract. But I think part of the problem in Philly is the guy who started the process, you got rid of him, and you brought in the Colangelos. So they feel like we got to do something. We got to shake things up because now we're taking over. And I think today they made trades for the sake of making trades. I don't think it helped them get any better. Not helping save any money. You got back a protected first-round pick, which, let's be honest,
Ooh, yeah, that's what I want
to be one of the 18 best teams in the league this year. So that's going to turn into 2 second-round picks, which means basically some dudes who won't be in the league.
Yeah, which basically means in the NBA draft, that means you get nothing.
Right.
Okay? If you're not in the top 5 in the NBA draft 10, you're getting nothing pretty much. You're getting a project. You're getting
of course, another big story. Magic Johnson takes over the Lakers front office. Jeannie Buss cleans house. Kane. Of course, you and I stay in constant touch with each other. I know you're excited about this as a Laker fan. Let me ask you, Glass, as an outsider of Laker Nation, what's your impression of the Lakers the last few years, and what's your impression over the last few days? What's going on?
Okay. Opposite of you guys, I can't stand the Lakers, no disrespect. They're great. They're a great organization. I just can't stand them because they was winning all the time back when I was growing up.
We used to haters. I mean, that's part of the territory.
When you got all this bling bling and all these banners hanging up, you get a lot of heat. All right.
But you know what? Wait, but I'm gonna tell y'all the downfall of the Lakers the last 5-6 years because of them banners hanging up in the Raptors and retired jerseys. Y'all thought because of that y'all could get free agents coming to y'all spot, which is that's not the new generation now. But anyway, fast forward to a couple of days ago. It's funny how what Vlade did in Sacramento to the Lakers, because evidently one of the teams that Vlade was working with was the Lakers, getting rid of what's his name from Duke. The guy that just picked up from Duke. Ingram. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess they wanted Ingram, and Jimmy Buss didn't want to give up Ingram. Jimmy and Mitch Kupchak didn't want to get rid of Ingram, and didn't notify Magic and Jenny. Right. Magic and Jenny found out. Oh, it was like The Godfather. You know the part where Mike Corleone is Jenny and Jim was Fredo. And when Mike found out, hey Magic, you gonna take Jimmy out on the boat and handle your business, man. So, hey, I'm glad for y'all. Magic is the right person to be the president of basketball operations. It ain't gonna be nothing but good stuff. All you gotta do is flash that smile. A lot of people gonna be coming, so it looks good for the Lakers organization right now.
But now, and to your point about the free agents and all that, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Lakers, if you ask me, been lucky. You're lucky Carmelo didn't come. You're lucky Dwight Howard didn't stay, because those are not the guys that were going to take you to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or that's my opinion. But what do you think, Kane?
Okay.
That was one thing I was really happy about. They tried to do the trade with Boogie at the last minute with Sacramento, and it kind of fell through, and that was kind of what prompted them getting fired from it. I agree with the same premise as that. We're lucky we didn't get Boogie. I mean, right now, Boogie's an outstanding talent, but he's not that leader that's going to take your team to the next level. If Boogie's going to be your number 2 guy, you can form a team with that and build with that. But if you're trying to build a team around him like Sacramento's been doing for the last couple of years, I don't think he's that guy to take you to the next level.
Right.
So with this happening, this is the best case scenario for us. People are going to want to come play for the Lakers again right now.
Paul George is pretty much put it out there, right? That he's coming.
Like I said, we've been on the slide. You're exactly right, Glass, because nobody wanted to come play for the Lakers because, those banners up there, that's kind of threatening. But it was really bust that nobody really wanted to come play under. Now that he's gone, and you put just the most dynamic personality you possibly could in charge, and somebody who is just universally respected, not only by today's basketball players, but by agents, by coaches, by other players. This guy is just respected. You can't find anybody who's going to say a bad thing about Magic, basketball-wise. So this is one of the best choices the Lakers could have made. And with him in charge, I really think he's going to bring in that premier superstar in the next couple of years. A couple of weeks ago, I saw a rumor that it could have been they were talking about Davis from New Orleans and Russ Westbrook coming back home. Because, Westbrook from Cali. So that would be a dynamic start right there if they were able to pull that off. But it's going to take that first guy. Once that first guy comes in, it's going to start a cavalcade. The Lakers will have a big 3 within 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's going to happen. As soon as they get that first big stud, all right, and I'm telling you right now, Kobe is already in Germany getting his legs rebuilt, all right? Kobe Bryant will come back and join whoever the Lakers sign to lead them to championships again, okay? And to break Kareem's record, all right? Kobe's going to come back. It'd be like the $6 Million Man Part 2, like the BET version of the $6 Million Man will be Kobe, with some German doctors and Anthony Davis or somebody.
But you know what? I'm sure a lot of GMs are scared right now because with the fact that Magic's in the office right now, they got to look at their star player like, what you going to do? Can we sign you right now on a long-term deal? Because y'all know Paul George looking over there. I know, like you said, Russell Westbrook. Ain't nothing for him to skip up out of Oklahoma City and go back to L.A.
The Lakers do have one problem. They got a couple of bad contracts on the team right now, which they got to resolve. But they're going to fall off. Those 2 contracts are going to fall off. I'm talking about Luol Deng, who they paid $63 million to for some reason, and Timothy Mozgov, who they gave another close to $60 million to as well. Those 2, once those contracts dwindle down and we're able to either trade or release those guys, it's going to take another year or 2 before we can do that. But once we're able to do that, it's going to start rolling back in Then we can start. Then we can have it. And the cap is also increasing this year also. Big time.
Those contracts aren't hard,
But with the combination of losing those guys and the cap going up, we're going to be able to get a big 3 pretty quick. So hopefully we'll be on the rise in a couple of years.
Now, do you think Blake Griffin stays in L.A. and just moves across the hall, or do you think he goes back to Oklahoma to play with OKC?
I don't care where the hell he goes, as long as he will put on my purple and gold. Get the hell away from my team, Blake.
Well, we know all the Lakers staffers would not want Blake Griffin on team because we know he will get in that ass, right?
He will whoop your ass backstage. So, so nobody wants to see Blake after the game.
Wrap my foot, fool. All right. All right, so let me remind everybody, hit the subscribe button. Every subscriber we get this month has a chance to win a Visa gift card. All you got to do is subscribe, and you're entered in the drawing. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, all right? If you want to give yourself a better chance, you could tweet that you subscribe to the show, and it will put you in there twice, all right? How about that? Or maybe 3 times. All right. So anyway, Glass, why don't you tell everybody again where to find you on Facebook, where to find you on Twitter, and to find some of your great articles.
All right, appreciate it. Number one, I appreciate you guys having me back on the show, man. You can find me on Twitter at Get With It Sports, Facebook /Get With It Sports. Check out the blog page at Get With It Sports at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. And my email address is getwithitsports2@gmail.com.
All right. And Kane, man, where can they find you on Twitter, brother? Know you're always bringing the heat.
Yeah, you can always find me at Category 9 Kane on Twitter. You also can find our page. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Halftime with Kane and Nice. Look us up. Send us memes. Send us your jokes. Send us all your funny sports stories. We love to pass that stuff on to our people, the followers, to people who listen to us. So make sure you follow us on those platforms as well.
Yeah, and make sure you follow Kane to get the latest news in wrestling because he just loves wrestling so much.
I should delete those every time you pick those up. But,
hey, I don't know why you're hating. I know you were wrestling matches back in the day, so don't try to.
That's when I thought it was real. When I was a kid and I thought it was real, yeah, I did.
Forgot where you came from. It's cool.
Now it's just a soap opera with sweat. Okay.
All right. Also, real quick, Nicole Monique, we're praying for you. Get well soon. All right. And so this week we're not gonna post any embarrassing things about your Michigan Wolverines. All right. We'll save that for next week. But everybody, we appreciate you watching. Keep it up. Keep interacting with us. Make sure you check out Get With It Sports. And, keep coming back. Let's keep growing this thing. We appreciate all of you, all right? We love you. We out.